Right, good morning all. Today we are going to discuss about Miller sweep circuit. Right. Miller sweep circuit. What is the main objective of Miller sweep circuit? The main objective of Miller sweep circuit is it converts a pulse input or a square wave input into a ramp signal. It converts pulse to ramp or square wave to ramp signal. Right. What is the main principle of this Miller sweep circuit? The Miller sweep circuit works based on a principle. What is that principle? Whenever a constant current is passed through a capacitor, it generates a ramp voltage waveform. So that is the principle of Miller sweep circuit, right? But if you apply a pulse as the input signal to this Miller sweep circuit, it produces the ramp output, ramp waveform. But that ramp is of negative type. It produces a negative ramp signal. See, if you observe in the slide is, see here, if your input is pulse or a square wave, the output is ramp. The ramp is of negative type. It generates a negative ramp voltage signal, right? See here, this is the Miller circuit. If you observe the circuit, that is the Miller sweep circuit. In Miller sweep circuit, there are two transistors. One is Q1 and another one is Q2. Q1 and Q2 transistors. Q1 transistor acts as a switch. In this, the Q1 transistor acts as a switch. If you look at that, the Q1 transistor acts as a switch, and the Q2 transistor acts as a high gain amplifier. Q2 transistor acts as a high gain amplifier, and the base at the base terminal at the input of at the base terminal of the circuit, that is Q1 transistor, we apply the input here. At the base terminal of Q1 we apply the input. I'm going to explain the basic operation of this Miller sweep circuit by using two cases. Let us take case 1. In case 1, I want to apply input voltage. Input voltage is equals a positive ramp signal. So a positive pulse signal. I'm going to apply in case 1, input is equals to positive pulse. If you apply the positive pulse at the base terminal of the first transistor, then Q1 transistor gets into conducting state. It comes into on state, means it is in saturation region. If Q1 conducts and it comes into saturation region, then it's a VCE saturation voltage, the voltage between collector and emitter terminal. VCE saturation voltage is equals to 0. If VCE saturation is 0, then the voltage present at the collector terminal, that is VA voltage, is also 0. If the voltage present at the collector terminal of Q1 is 0, the same voltage we apply as a input to the base of second transistor Q2. Then if VA is 0, then base of the second transistor Q2 is also 0. If base of the Q2 is 0, then Q2 transistor goes to off state. Second transistor goes to off state. If second transistor goes to off state, then what happens? Its collector voltage VB, here VB is equals, its collector voltage VB becomes maximum. That is, whatever the supply you are giving at VCC, the same voltage will appear at the base at the collector terminal of the second transistor. Then VB is equals to VCC. Then VB becomes equal to VCC. The same VB equal to VCC appears as Vs across the collector, across the capacitor. The same VB equal to VCC, the same voltage appears as Vs across the capacitor. See here, across the capacitor Vs. That Vs is also, which is equals to VB, that VB is equals to VCC. The maximum voltage appears across the capacitor when if Q1 is in on state and Q2 is in off state. Next, let us take this second case, case 2. In case 2, I just want to apply input voltage is equals negative pulse. Here, I want to apply negative pulse as the input at the base of first transistor Q1. Then automatically, if you apply the negative voltage, Q1 goes to off state. Q1 goes to off state. If Q1 goes to off state, then what happens? The VA voltage, the VA becomes VCC. Whatever the supply you are giving at the collector terminal of the, sorry, at the power supply VCC, the same voltage appears at the collector terminal of first transistor. So VA becomes equal to VCC. But that VA may not immediately attains VCC value. That VA increases from its zero value to its maximum VCC, which is equal to 12 or 15 volts. It increases gradually, not immediately, because here in previous case capacitor is fully charged with Vs. That Vs is also equal to VCC. So because of that capacitor is fully charged with Vs, here Va may not instantly, immediately, it may not reaches to VCC, but it gradually increases towards VCC because of capacitor, right? Actually, that VC is equals to VCC in previous case, if you observe that, and that capacitor value decreases gradually from VCC to zero value. That Vs also reduces from VCC to zero, not immediately, but it reduces gradually. Gradually, it reaches to zero, towards zero. And if it is the case, then what happens? Q2 becomes off. Q2 becomes, sorry, on. Q2 becomes on because your VA is increasing towards VCC. If VA is equals to VCC, the same voltage we apply at the base of the second transistor. So VA equal to VCC, that VCC same voltage we apply at the base of the second transistor. Then at the base of the second transistor, the input voltage is equal to, approximately equal to VCC. If you apply VCC, that may be a 12 volts or 15 volts approximately, then Q2 comes into on state. The Q2 goes to on state. If Q2 gets into on state, then automatically the voltage across the capacitor decreases from VCC to 0 volts gradually, not immediately. If you look at the graph, if this graph, see here, if you apply the negative pulse in case 2, if you apply the negative pulse, before negative pulse here, if you observe that the positive pulse, the voltage across the capacitor was VCC in first case. Now, if you apply this in second case, if you apply the negative pulse, whenever you apply the negative pulse, this is the negative pulse, then what happening here? Q1 enters into off state and Q2 conducting. When Q2 conducting, then the voltage on Q1 is off, the voltage at VA increasing towards, gradually increasing towards VCC, and at the same time the voltage across the capacitor, that is Vs equal to VCC, it is, see here, it is gradually decreasing towards zero. From VCC to zero, it is decreasing from VCC to zero. See here, it seems to be a negative ramp signal, right? It seems to be a negative ramp signal. So this is what we are applying, a positive pulse and negative pulse, but we are getting the output waveform as a ramp signal, and that to a negative ramp. If you observe here, it is decreasing its value, capacitor value, from VCC to towards zero. So gradually it is decreasing. It seems to be a negative ramp. Means our statement here is, the main objective of the circuit is, if you apply the input signal, that may be a pulse or a square wave, then the output waveform generated by this Miller sweep circuit is a ramp signal. That ramp signal is of negative type, right? So this is the negative ramp signal generated by the Miller circuit. Thank you.